Alright, y'all. It's Noah, and I'm back again with another video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about day 4 in free agency, as well as day 5. As tomorrow, I am set out to go to a college where I hope I'm able to get into, and so I'll be gone for the main part of tomorrow, and it's going on 5 o'clock my time here, so I'm gonna just go ahead and talk about everything that's gone on today and yesterday. And note that I'm only going to talk about the more important signings that I know, uh, players about, player that I know the players, or I've heard about them, because Uh, honestly, I don't watch a lot of football outside of the primetime games and the Ravens, so honestly, I don't know much about these other dudes. So I'm gonna do my best to make this as worthwhile of your time as possible. But just know that that's my plan. So without dragging on for too long, let's get to it. So let me scroll down here. The thing that I hate the most about ESPN is up here. You figured it wouldn't have to refresh, but it does. Of course, the screen would freeze at this time. Let me see if it's just okay. Alright, so scroll down back to here. Alright. You know what? I'm not feeling this right now. Let me just go to NFL agency. I'm not feeling that at the moment. Let me just go to. Hopefully, this will be better. Um, Looking here. I'm sorry, guys. This is being stupid at the moment, but just bear with me a minute. I'm gonna try and get it going. All right. So we're just gonna do it this way. So Bengals re-signed Mike Thomas. Patrick Chung announced retirement. Broncos running back Philip Lindsay let him hit free agency. Mike Glennon signed with the Giants. Mike Glennon's Instagram account, probably really happy about that. Matt Stafford in a LA Rams uniform. Hopefully, they'll do pretty good. Otherwise, the Rams are going to be screwed. Hopefully, Matt Stafford works out the way they want him to. Chris Godwin signed Buccaneers franchise tender. That's cool. I'd like to see Chris Godwin. I didn't watch him. I didn't watch much of him, but what I did see last year, he was pretty good. Or he had a case of the dropsies at times, but Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, them two are really good. And so I'm just hoping Chris Godwin will continue to elevate his game. Moving along here. Tight end Blake Bell. Oh, well, they get Blake Bell to go along with Travis Kelce. Well, that's probably because they realized that a Travis Kelce can't do it all, and that they probably need another tight end to go along with Travis Kelce. So it's probably not bad on their part. Let's keep going. Dolphins signed Matt Skura. Now I'm gonna give Matt Skura a break, and I'm gonna just say that hopefully the change of scenery will he'll do better in Miami. I'm sure he will because kind of what happens most of the time when players go to a different team uh, when they weren't doing well with their first team to go to a different team, they end up doing better with that team. So uh, hopefully Mascara will end up doing pretty good. So Jared Cook, former tight end of New Orleans Saints, now signed for the Chargers on a 1-year deal with a contract worth a maximum $6 million. So this is going to be Hunter Henry's replacement, I assume, and Jared Cook's going to be a nice security blanket for Justin Herbert, I do believe. Patriots agreed to trade tight end Ryan Uzu to Texans. Don't know much about him. Kenyon Drake agrees to terms with the Raiders. Um, I don't think Kenyon. I didn't hear a lot about Kenyon Drake. I believe um, he was actually picked up by the Cardinals in hopes that he would do good, but I don't think he did much of anything. And okay, we're gonna go here. In the 2020 season, he had a total of he started 13 games. He rushed for 239 yards, 10 touchdowns. Um, oh no, he that was his carries, I believe, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, so 139 carries. So he was almost 1,000 yard running back, 10 touchdowns, and longest 1,600. So, I mean, he's from so it would seem that for the most part he's been a pretty good running. As low as 800. So it seems like he's been a pretty average, pretty good running back. So he signed with the Raiders. So the Raiders already have Josh Jacobs. So Kenyon Drake should be a good match with Josh Jacobs. The Giants signed Kyle Rudolph. Um, I don't know much about Kyle Rudolph. This is what I'm talking about. I don't watch much of football outside of the prime time games and the Ravens, so I really don't know much about these other dudes. He had 35 targets, 28 receptions, and 334 receiving yards with 1 touchdown. So, I mean, a lot. I mean, his um, targets and carries probably went down a lot because they had Justin Jefferson. So, you know, but um, he's been in the league for a little while. So, and the Giants had uh, uh, who they had? They had Evan Ingram, and he had a lot of drops. I know that. New York Giants fans probably gonna be happy to have. That'd be pretty uh, dependable. Bills Inc. Mitch Trubisky to back up Josh Allen. This is something I'm really surprised about. Like, I know that Mr. Trubisky is not the best quarterback in the world, but I honestly did not expect to see Mr. Trubisky to be traded at all. Or, well, I didn't expect him. They did trade for him, right? Or they just let him go. Or they weren't picking up his contract, I believe. But either which way, this is a move that I'm surprised by. Um, hopefully, Sean McDermott and the Bills can kind of make Mr. Trubisky a little bit better. And I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe Mitch Trubisky can learn something while in Buffalo and improve his stock. Maybe become a starter again somewhere. Maybe, I don't know. But uh, you know, it's just what I'm surprised by. Kenny Galladay met with Chicago. Um, Allen Robinson signed his franchise tag after Andy Dalton was announced as their starter. And so Allen Robinson and Kenny Galladay would be a pretty good thing. 1-2 punch. My man Joe Flacco visiting 49ers. I see how it is, Flacco. Ravens let you go when you go and sign or visit with enemy territory. No, I'm kidding. Joe Flacco gets paid with the Niners, so be it. I think he'd be a pretty good. I'm quite surprised because Joe Flacco isn't all that mobile. He's got that arm. He done fairly well against the Patriots in that one game this past season. So I'll, I'd like to see Kyle Shanahan and Joe Flacco. I'll be honest. Uh, Will Fuller signed with the Miami Dolphins. I mean, Will Fuller has is old, getting older. He's had some injury problems, but if he can stay healthy, it's he's the tapes out there. Um, you know, he can do some damage. And being a deep threat, So uh, I hope that he'll be a good weapon for Tua, and I'll probably watch a lot of Tua this season, and so hopefully I can see Will Fuller and Tua uh, get at it, and they'll be pretty good together. Theo Reddick, man, why do they want so many running backs? It's like three running backs. I know that Josh Jacobs got in some sort of incident, but that's three running backs. Maybe they're trying to go more into a running type offense. I don't know. But Browns signing cornerback Troy Hill. The Browns are just really trying to up their secondary, and good on them. Really is because their secondary struggled last year, and people were injured. So good for the Browns to work on an area of need. Um, don't know much about Keenan Cole. Um, Texans released Aaron Fells. Brashad Perriman joins Detroit Lions. Um, I know Brashad Perriman was drafted by the Ravens, and he didn't do too hot while he was in Baltimore, but he went. I think it might have been with the Buccaneers. I don't want to. Yeah, he played Bucks in 2019. He done fairly well for himself, and so he was picked up by the Jets. He had 30 receptions, total of 505 yards. He's got better, so I think um, he'll be pretty good. Hopefully on the Lions. Desmond King is joining the Texans on a 1-year deal or 3.5 million. Desmond King had been pretty good for the Chargers. Um, Titans reloading on their secondary. Good for them. They had some secondary issues last year, so for them to try and revamp their secondary, it looks like that's good. Bears release Kyle Fuller to the 14 million in cap space. He's only 29, and I believe he was actually not that bad. Yeah, so in 2019 he had a total of 82 tackles, 3 interceptions, and then obviously he dropped off a little bit in 2020. Um, so I mean, he's been doing pretty well for himself, and obviously the players were not happy about his release. So um, take that for what it's worth. Alex Mack, they re-signed with the Niners to a 3-year deal. Jets signed safety Lamarcus Joyner. He played for the Saints, and he's getting older himself, but he's been pretty good. He was actually pretty dang good on the Saints, I believe so. Uh, oh, oh, well, made myself look like an idiot. All right, this is not the person I was thinking about, but well, anyways, while we're on here, um, I mean, eh, I don't know, I don't know. And like, I guess we'll just have to see. But will the Ravens land a free agent wide receiver for Lamar Jackson? Hmm. Moving along. Ravens talking to wide receiver Kenny Galladay. I'm gonna leave that for towards the end of the video, but we will talk about it. Cody Parkey um, come back to Cleveland. It's very important to have a good kicker. Very important. So if you're gonna get a good kicker and a good punter, then I was do it because the special teams is an important part of the team. So Broncos and Justin Simmons reached an agreement for a 4-year deal, $61 million that includes 35 mil guaranteed, making him the highest paid safety. And I would assume um, big players get uh, big checks. So, oh yeah, he done very good for himself. He had uh, actually 3 more total tackles this season. Um, he had 1 more interception than 2019. So he's done pretty dang good. So good to see that. Big players get the bag. Um, this is interesting. Oh, okay, well, thanks Marshall Yonda for recruiting. Hopefully Kevin Zetier or Zettler come in and be able to do half as good or equally as good as you did for us because we sure missed you. So hopefully Kevin Zettler will be able to hold it down. the Juju Smith Schuster re-signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers for a 8 million 1 year 8 million deal to stay in Pittsburgh, and um, he obviously has declined Baltimore trade offer, and not the Patriots. Goodness, the Patriots would have got Juju Smith Schuster. It'd been Patriots, they I don't know. They've already signed half the league, so might as well, right? But uh, apparently Juju likes it so much in Pittsburgh that he's willing to take less pay to stay there. And I don't blame a man for wanting to stay where a place where he loves it at. So um, Chase Claypool, I believe, will probably end up being the number one receiver, and Juju will obviously be number two. Um, I'd probably expect them to get another wide receiver, maybe. Let me look at their. Let me just look. They have Deontay Johnson, James Washington. Um, they should. I don't know where Chase Claypool is at. That is pretty interesting. I'm going to be honest. Hmm. They're pretty good on receivers. Um, so I guess it will probably be pretty good. Matt Canada. He's from the college leagues, I believe. Yeah, good for Juju. Adoree Jackson was cut from the Titans, signed with the no, he's on Johnson. Oh, this is pretty interesting. Let's read this. So Marlon Humphrey tweeted out, uh, "Dang, bro, you couldn't respond to my DM. You didn't even let me give my recruiting pitch to you. Come to the other side. Congrats on the resign. Always a good battle with you." That's why I love Marlon Humphrey. And then Juju replies with, "My bad, bro. Had your teammates and coaching calling throughout. Appreciate you guys. Respect you and the org a lot. Best of luck this season. See you this year." Hey, Juju. It's gonna be fun. Let's see what happens. But I trust in Marlowe and uh, MP Juice Man to hold it down. So you can go off any other time this season, just not against my dude, right? Texans trade for Bengals quarterback Ryan Finley. I remember when Ryan Finley was uh, being talked about as Andy Dalton's replacement, or yeah, successor, whatever you want to call it, and well, obviously that didn't go over well. Bears signed Jasmine Trufant. So not a whole lot. Obviously because free agency is starting to come to an end. Well, I mean, obviously there'll still be players being signed and whatnot, but for the most part, it's looking like it's starting to just dwindle down and it's starting to get less hot. So, let me just talk about Kenny Galladay being in talks with my Ravens. Um, so Ravens obviously missed out on Juju. He decided to stay in Pittsburgh. Um, I would love to see Kenny Galladay come to the Ravens. Lamar needs a number one receiver. Um, you know, there were guys I was hoping we would get, but we didn't. Um, but I do know that we can't roll in with the guys we have right now and expect to go to the Super Bowl. We need playmakers. That's as simple as that. Um, so hopefully, through the draft, we'll pick up somebody good. Um, I don't know. I just hope something happens between now and then. So um, that's all I've got to say for now. Again, Just wanted to talk about yesterday's and today, but let me just go over here real quick. If you see anything, just just ignore it, okay? But this is my channel, Noah Driscoll. My subscribers, my videos. I just hope you guys will continue to view my videos. You know, like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave your feedback in the comments section. Uh, I'm gonna start talking about some other things. Hopefully, generate some views into my channel. But I've had fun talking about free agency. You know, even if my views haven't been much of nothing, I've enjoyed talking about it. But I hope to honestly talk about some wrestling, react to some music. Talk about some things that I want to talk about. Whatever I feel like talking about. Um, so um, I'm gonna end this video with that, and wish you guys a good weekend. Stay safe out there.